They've been running the Knicks more as 4 position, off lane. Okay.
4. Noya sits in mid and just impales and mana burns people.
That sounds like every 4 position.
They've
these
been
days.
Yep.
Dual lane, tri-lane mid, you
S'mores
know. 4 position,
Yeah,
off
was
lane.
that tri-lane with
4.
Knicks and Jakiro mid?
I mean, I saw 3v2 mid in one of the NA games earlier. DC were tri-laning mid against the dual lane. It was like, what does Dota come to?
What?
So how would you skill Treant Protector this game if this is your team and that's the enemy team?
Like, whether you go Living Armor or Invis, I guess. I think Invis.
And sometimes
Jakiro.
I've seen Leech Seed. And with a Lifesteal on your team, not a bad idea.
Are you talking about level 1 or are you talking
Oh,
about...
no, I'm talking about what do you max first?
Oh, okay.
What's your skill build?
4-2-0.
0?
No points in overgrowth.
Venom.
Third skill's living armor. 4-2-0-1.
Oh, okay.
I go 4-1-1-1.
Living armor is
You
useless.
would you would bypass the living armor?
Your team is so tanky. Lifestealer's not going to have trouble. DK's not going to have trouble. And Magnus, I don't know what Magnus is going to be up to.
You want to smack people.
Your job, I feel, is to roam around and find, like, scout. Like, you're the vision hero
Right.
in a lot of
You need
ways.
to heal, I think. You need to heal from the Leech Seed way more. They don't
The
have
heal or the slow?
the heal, I would say. The heal is really important. Because your lineup's already tanky. If you can just stay alive, you
Oh,
can
that's
destroy
true.
their lineup.
Give them more HP.
Goodbye Faceless Void. So
Picking Veno into a Lifestealer.
nothing of the same combination again.
I think the matchup goes both ways. Like, Veno kind of kites him in that sense. If it's like a safe lane core Veno,
Right, that's true.
I think it definitely can go both ways. Lifestealer obviously has that window where he can just jump in and with Magic Immunity not be worried about the ulti damage.
They
But
did do a good job. Like it'd be harder this time if they control the pull, because I feel like that's where Magnus kind of got back into it. The fact there was that triple stack camp, because they were playing the Magnus on the Dire side, Team Singularity, in the last game, and he had the triple stack on the bottom lane, just pulled it over, and they lost control of the lane completely at that point. And Magnus got like level 5 and was able to defend. If Jakiro and Venom to stay on top of that this time, I'm wondering if it's going to be as possible for a Radiant side Magnus.
what do you want against Lifestealer? Maybe some BKB or Invul and Piercing disable. There we go. Legion.
All right.
This looks
There's
familiar.
the Magic Pierce.
They always pick Veno LC.
Yeah. So the only 2 heroes they subbed out was the Invoker, and subbed in was the Invoker and the Nyx.
It's pretty similar line to
It's very similar.
except the Invoker. I think the Invoker's way different.
Yeah. But the combinations of Singularity is very, very similar. Very, very similar. The only difference is like you switch out the Lifestealer for the Troll, and the DK is also traded out.
Who'd they have mid last game?
Puck.
Puck.
Yeah,
Okay.
Puck.
All right. Well, some perhaps similar draft for Singularity for Danish Bears. It feels like some comfort heroes they've been playing a bit as well.
Let's go for predictions, boys. Predictions. Start on the end with Tsunami.
I like Singularity's draft. It seems far too tanky to deal with for Danish Bears, and Invoker's going to have trouble being useful, I think, because you're not going to find Sunstrike setups with his team. You're not going to find Sunstrike kills early on, and you're not going to really beat DK solidly in the mid lane.
Mr. Merlini
I'll go with Singularity. Their team fight is ownage.
and Gods.
I'll be the third to say Singularity. I think their draft-wise, they're looking solid, and I think they've also shown to be the overall better team with their results and just their play coming into this qualifier. They're looking scary. So it's
I concur with you all. We have
all 4.
We have a unanimous decision for Singularity.
Oh
Danish
boy.
Bears take it.
We're going to look.
Panel curse, here we go.
There's no panel curse. Lumi's not on this one.
Okay.
But yeah.
Enjoy. I'll leave you to it.
I'll stick around.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, we could we could do 3-way. I think that's. I don't know if Valve's gonna get angry at that, but it's fine. All right. So in we go to the game. Who moved this monitor? All right, we're good. All right. 3 people. We don't say a single word. Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. So how are we doing for our lane? So it will be. Looks like it's going to be pretty much the standard. We'll have Partos off-lane Magnus. That puts Karkor in towards the mid as the Treant Protector. He's just there for the moment.
Turns out it's pronounced Cat's Core.
Cat's Core?
Cat's Core.
Interesting. Nisha. We'll double-check all of these names then.
Yeah, we really should.
Nisha will be the DK towards the mid. Exotic Dia, that's an obvious one, is going to be the Lifestealer for the safe lane. And how do you say Alicia?
That one I don't know, to be honest.
Well, we call him L.
Okay.
His name is L, who will be the Warlock supporting. And then Noya, Nyx Assassin off lane with Ryze and Hester Joe. So the two supports with the Nyx and the Jakiro and Legion Commander. 747 will be the mid Invoker. And that leaves Ace as the solo Venomancer. Maybe actually going to stay solo on this lane as opposed to what they started with last time, which is when they had Jakiro with them. And the contesting, they're actually going to come and try and take this rune out. Right now, baiting into a fight. Hester Joe, well, you got a lockdown, but Hester Joe will take the bounty rune. Dual Breath will connect as well. There's Treant protected, not looking too healthy. He actually can't escape, can't go in Viz, didn't pick up Leech Seed, but the Shadow Word and the Tango Munch jukes up towards the north, turn towards the east, and will go in Viz, out of range of the Sentry. A fresh one's put down, the Dual Breath will connect, plus the Impale. Hester Joe will find the first blood with the aggressive lane of Danish Bears paying off, even if they do have to commit the extra 100 gold for the Sentry.
Surprised the Sunstrike didn't come out during that whole entire thing.
There was a lot of movement, to be fair.
Yep. Also, the Treant didn't even try to go for the bounty. That was a little surprising, too. Thought he was going to try and snag it.
I don't think he thought that was going to be a fight. He was just like, hey, Warlock, don't mind me. I'm just getting some quick damage. Overwhelming odds was skilled first, and his two teammates, Treant Protector's two teammates, just pieced out.
This seems like exactly the same rotation again. Like, you go to the off lane, find yourself a kill as Ryze, then he moves towards the mid lane, looking to offer a little bit of harassment, and then moves towards the top lane. Except it's vice versa because he started with the Venomancer in the last one, when they were running safe lane. But they really don't like to keep these lanes static, Danish Bears.
Gotta park that Nyx mid, man. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, but as a DK, it's not as bad. The main thing is that once Manabarn gets up and running, Nisha's not going to really be able to CS as easily, especially if Nyx Assassin still lingers around.
Is that just when you run your bottle? Come in, breathe fire spam.
Hester
Joe's not in a good position here, going to get rooted. Shadow Worded up. He does not have press the attack. Shadow Word will tick him, but not low enough. Oh, Sunstrike's going to miss. DK back to the tier 1 tower. Damn, that Alacrity buff up actually gives him a lot more damage. And now it's full rune control. Regeneration rune for 747. Except
unless it gets fired.
Noya needs to tank the creep wave for a little bit. Alright, we're good. That's 2 full creep waves in the mid lane for the Radiant side. And he's still 12-2 against 9-0.
Now Jakiro has shown up.
Yeah, Liquid Fire and Dual Breath. Noya's got both Mana Burn and the Impale Stun. Combining that with Sunstrike and damage with an Alacrity buffed up Invoker. It feels like they could have potentially had a kill.
I think it's just really hard to hit the Sunstrike, though. Or hit the Impale.
I suppose when you got no Cold Snap control either.
Yeah, this is interesting. Wex into X-Sword right off the bat, but I guess since you have that Nyx Assassin, you don't need to be concerned about having that passive regen. You see 747 getting pretty low, and
Yeah,
Nisha has no fear.
That's real deep. Goes into the tree lines. Looks like bottom lane. Hester Joe's in more trouble, however. Again, no press the attack. Sitting with a 1-0-1 build up on this Legion Commander. It'll cost him his life this time around, with Exotic Deer taking it. And Magnus, Dual Breath and Liquid Fire. Loses his regeneration. He's got 3 stick charges. And TP support's on the way. It's going to be Warlock. Actually, no, it's not. Ended up cancelling.
For a team
Mid lane.
that's such a tanky lineup, they're definitely getting manhandled quite a bit by the Dire team. Legion Commander's not having a very pleasant time, but you kind of expect that when 3 heroes are dedicated towards zoning you.
They don't really focus on helping out their offlaner, although Platos is just sacked most of the time.
Nice,
So they're just way more worried about getting Exotic Deer in their mid laner farm. But yeah, I think Nisha's doing very well, all things considered, with being tri-lane.
Well, he's staying alive. I suppose that's the best thing you can ask for, and staying close to CS.
His net worth is almost on par with the Invoker.
Yeah, It's really not that far off.
And he should be out leveling. DK's level 5 now. Invoker is level what?
4.
4. Yeah, so.
Just because the extra help he's had to have in mid. It did give Nick some earlier levels, so Neuer's up to level 3 now. And they find a target. It'll be the Magnus. Skewer's available, but he's got to get closer towards the edge to skewer off, so he'll skewer them into the stack. And then the stun. No denial, but the damage onto Neuer. He'll tie to a neutral camp.
That was sick.
It was just thinking about escape, but he gets the support to deny, well, kill himself, basically.
Sadly, he doesn't have a TP. Walk of Shame.
Oh, DK. Try gets the Dragon form. Really beating it at 747. No mana for another Breathe Fire. But now underneath the tower can at least start getting a little bit of that tick damage out. But Hester Joe's moving in. Starts with the overwhelming odds. There's another support coming in. It's going to be the next assassin, so they got the extra stun. Cold Snap, Sunstrike. You said it before, it was difficult. Around the Ancients, support's coming in. It's in the form of the Treant Protector. He's got Leech Seed only level 1, but it's enough to slow down the Legion Commander, give a little bit more life back into the Dragon Knight. Ace will move up as well. Plague Ward and Gale will connect. Curry's even trying to fly the bottle into the middle of this fight, but it won't happen. 4 heroes from Danish Bears looking just to force the issue harder into the Treant Protector.
Invis?
And
stop walking!
To the pit! To the deny! Wait. I think Roshan just thought he got hit by a branch. And our second deny of the game.
There are so many heroes there. Going on Earth, there's like 7 heroes around the pit.
Of all the heroes that would show up, though, Treant was like the last one, I thought. And all of a sudden, Treant comes in, does not have any points in living armor quite yet, so only thing he could do to help was Leech Seed. And it did. He was also attempting for some body blocks to make sure Nyx Assassin couldn't get that impale off. And unfortunately, DK did end up dying in the end, but it was like a 4-hero rotation by the Dire.
Meanwhile, Lifestealer enjoyed his free farm on bottom lane.
Oh, miss Sunstrike.
Looking for the Warlock. Double damage Neuer. Those things are meant to be easier to hit, right?
He fake casted the Impale, and then he actually picked his own teammate out.
Hester hiding in the tree lines. Treant Protector. Not really here to contest a rune, just to beat the crap out of a Jakiro. As DK tries to prove who's the better dragon.
1 for DK.
That's true. We should be keeping tally of Jakiro on DK, dragon on dragon kills.
Just dragon on dragon. Nothing else counts. Technically, they've each got a kill, and Jakiro's got 2 assists.
Yeah,
so
Rise.
he's more of a man of the people for the people.
Rise is mid-moving around a lot.
Oh, they're running so hard towards 747. Around the tree lines, you're able to get the Dragon Tail stun, but here comes the Venomancer. Doesn't have the Nova, the Sunstrike, as Nisha turns around to try and fight this one. They root up Ace. The damage tick onto the Venomancer, not high enough, and here comes the Dragon, the real one, to help bring down the Dragon Knight. Turns for the attack. Ace will help out, as basically as the Plagues getting the kills. Warlock will also die underneath the Dire Shrine, while Treant hides.
I don't understand what the Warlock is doing.
Yeah.
I think he should just be pulling and getting level 6, and then they can team fight. Like right now, he's been trying to help out in a lot of fights, but he's just not doing
He's showing up too late to all these fights. Like, either you start immediately with the rotation, or you're like the Lifestealer and you're like, I'm not showing up to any of this stuff. Venomancer's the other safe lane farmer, and you see him moving around to rotate. He was killing that DK during that really long chase. He showed up to the mid lane and basically saved Invoker, because DK and Treant Protector wanted to go in, saw the Venom, and was like, we have to leave. But yeah, Warlock and Lifestealer are just kind of a little bit not on the same page.
I think Lifestealer's fine, because Lifestealer just needs to get his arm lit, and then he can do stuff later. But like the Warlock can't really do anything this early. Like he's still very, very weak. Level 2 Shadow Word isn't going to do much in any of these lanes. They already have Press the Attack in 1, they have a Quas Invoker in 2, and then Veno, you can't really go to his lane at all.
Speaking of that Invoker, Warlock starts with Upheaval to zone him out.
Got him.
But then look at the smoke gank. Here comes the rest of Danish Bears, a 3-man group up, but they did it right on top of the Radiant Observer Ward.
And the chicken shows where they are exactly.
Yeah. Well, there's one person I don't know about. Smoke will break, Dust will reveal, and Treant Protector. Well, it's dual damage. That's kind of what they were hoping for anyway on Hester Joe.
That's not a great kill, though. Because like, ideally, you want to kill the DK, because you want to keep this mid tower up as long as possible.
Magnus does. Sunstrike.
Nice, nice. They're playing very well with the Invoker.
He died
though.
here.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, this is not an easy game for an Invoker, but 747 staying well protected, but they're still giving him levels.
Oh, mid lane. Nisha. That's getting a little bit of range harassment from the Liquid Fire. 747 is not really looking to capitalize, but you got 0-2-2.
My issue with Lifestealer not really showing up to anything, which, yeah, I know pre-Armlet is kind of difficult. He doesn't really have any bomb options this game, because Magnus is not getting enough farm to get an early Blink Dagger. And oftentimes, if you have such a core-heavy lineup, then someone needs to be like the mid-game oriented core, but DK is falling behind, Magnus is falling behind, Lifestealer is the only person getting farm.
I know, when you give the Magnus up, like, Empower buff up towards both Nisha
That's
as
true.
well as the Lifestealer,
That's true.
like, even being, like, even in this game, it feels like it's going to go the way of Singularity. And Nisha, like, he's got Arcane Rune available. The Sunstrike, it should connect. Doesn't have his one charge available. As now they just drop the Meteorites.
Winner.
Another dual victory. They just walk up and take it. Treant doesn't help. Warlock has almost no influence. And the Magnus rotations, he can't really do it yet. Ace is life on that top lane.
Yeah, they need this Lifestealer to get his armlet and move on. He is...
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Hello?
this is it. This is all of us here, actually.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Wait for it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I throw the warning to Rob.
Rob!
And hope.
Does Rob know what's going on? It says SCA qualifiers in the top right.
That is a small problem. Hopefully it's not the fires, which should be close to us. Hi Rob, we have no internet connection.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Rob. I don't know if the stream went down or not. No? We still have the stream? Okay, then we just have no internet connection.
Sorry, friends.
My internet works. I just can't connect to Dota.
Actually, yeah.
It might just be the dots.
Internet is actually up. And I'm still connected to
I'm back in
Steam.
the game.
Yep, alright, cool. Well, we can...
False alarm.
That was weird.
Finishing loading.
There you go.
Alright, we're back in again. Hello everyone inside of Dota TV. For some reason, we were kicked out for a small moment, but we come back to not miss a single kill. Actually, I think we missed one.
Wow, how was Duel up again? Didn't they just duel the DK?
Oh, we were disconnected for a little bit.
Oh, that's true.
So 50 seconds. I don't think there was any kind of pause that came out from the players. Ice Path, nice connection onto the DK. Follow-up stun. And Dragon Knight, not much he can really do to respond to this apart from die. The real Dragon showing strong.
This is getting really grim. They need probably a big RP at some point. The lanes are going horrendously. They don't seem to run this support duo very often. Like, Tree's not really getting that much space done. It seems like the Warlock wants to fight, but isn't in any sort of position to fight.
There's your RP. Support, they're going to skewer him back. There's extra help coming on. You do not have the overgrowth just yet.
Wow.
Only Leech Seed. And Lifestealer doesn't find enough damage. Tried to walk up and do it. Now the Tree protected. The Sunstrike will miss the target. Sentry Ward is down, and he cannot get out of range. Not of all the goo. So RP, you wanted a big one, and it's nothing, actually. It's the opposite of nothing. It was less.
They keep trying to bully this Legion commander for some reason. In the laning phase, they're like, oh yeah, let's just mess with LC. And now they're just like, oh, let's find whatever kill we can, it's on this LC. LC is getting very large right now. She's not an easy pick at this point. You can't just really reasonably expect to get her without like a coordinated effort. That RP came in, then the Skewer came in, but it was kind of like the Lifestealer wasn't there immediately, so the priorities are a little bit questionable from Singularity right now.
Which is odd after game one. Like, Singularity had such great coordination, their rotations were good.
Their laning phase was really bad, though.
Yeah.
So that's at least consistent.
True. True.
And this is definitely a game that you can come back from a bad laning phase. It's not easy, it's never easy, but you've got Magnus and Power, you've got a pretty core-heavy lineup, and you've got the heroes that can deal with a farmed LC, a farmed Venomancer, and a farmed Invoker.
Man, DK's really uncertain about that bottom lane. Attacks a couple of times in towards the tower and then just wants to get out of there. Even with the Observe Ward to his side, he doesn't know where Neuer is. And with no tier 1 tower, support can't come quick enough. So Neuer continues the hunt. Vendetta will last long enough to see the Warlock. So we could potentially do this with, what is it? The Sunstrike's ready, but it's only a level 5.
Radiant Sentry.
Yep, they see him. Spike Carapace. Not really doing enough to get Hestejo into position to blink duel.
They still have Rock, though. I think it's time to use it for them. Use a smoke, use a Rock, get a kill, try and get another tower would be ideal. They've taken out 2 towers, which is pretty good for them.
Magnus is still a ways away from his Blink Dagger, though. We're at 800 gold.
They can just fight without him.
You don't think they need Rock plus RP?
I think Rock should probably be good enough. I think if the Magnus goes in, he has a very high chance of dying, and then he's going to be even slower for his blink.
They need overgrowth. Oh, the blink duel. There was one sentry ward so close to him. They got a glimpse. They initiate. And all Tree wanted to do was leech the experience of this wave, so he's able to hit his level 6.
He already has 40 damage.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Every duel has been successful.
This dude basically built himself a Demon Edge in 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's scary. Sunstrike makes things a lot easier.
Shakiro's coming up to the top lane to defend. No macro pie, so he can't just melt the wave.
The other problem is you have a Treant Protector on your team and you've already lost every single tier 1 tower. He only has 1 point in living armor, and it doesn't seem like Danish Bears are interested in letting the pressure up at any point.
This time he's going to sentry, so at least he knows he's not detected.
Here it
But
goes.
they got good options. Neuer and Rise. You still need that one creep to die, so you actually have your overgrowth. The rock will fall. There's no real fatal bonds to follow up. Ace moving forward. Nova only connects on 1. It's only on the Dragon Knight for the moment. Dust out for the next assassin, so at least they see the tree and protector. But the Golem has been dealt with. Yes, the tier 1 tower does fall.
Somebody's about to get dueled.
Yep, here comes Hestejo. Under the cover of an Invis room, blink duel, dragging the DK in. Where's that bonus damage? They don't have enough to get him the duel victory just yet, but they do hold him there long enough. The RP! 3 heroes to catch out with the skewer and the cleave damage. Deafening blast, create space for 747, but the Tree and Protector overgrowth, it held them in position, Danish Bears. So now 747, while he might have the double kill, can he deal with a life sealer? Rage and armor toggle, Rise, 36 HP, Exotic Deer just starts his TP out. That won't work. Wow. There's too much damage. Rise will survive. The RP was good, but too much of Singularity was gone.
The RP was good, but the Deafening Blast was better. That's one of the most high-value Deafening Blasts I've ever seen at like pre-20 minutes or anything. Lifestealer was so close to being able to wipe the Dire team, but he couldn't right-click anyone.
Yeah, that was pretty sad for him. Whew. If only they had Lifestealer and I don't think they had Lifestealer inside the Magnus. I think he had to use his Rage very early on.
Yeah, he was basically exiting the fight. I guess Magnus must have either sold something, but the Blink Dagger came in like just at that moment. And they went in and there was almost enough damage, but Invoker didn't get caught in the RP, and that was the defining factor.
Yeah, I also don't think they had the Empower of the Lifestealer, too. I think if he had Empower, he would have been able to finish off the LC. LC just blinked out after the root. He didn't take any damage.
Oh, duel is out again. Dragon Knight caught. It won't be duel damage. The skewer tries to create space. DK1 charges. Not enough to survive. Can at least get the breathe fire off. But Ace was taking care of the damage there. But Nyx Assassin. No, they didn't finish the job. The shockwave, it will connect. So Legion will fall. A big kill onto him. But Rise and Ace will combine together. Exotic Deer slowed up so much. Rage starts his TP once more. This time he'll be successful. But it puts Partos into a bad position behind the tier 1 tower.
Still not bad. They're showing some signs of life right now. Invoker is getting very large, though. He just completed his Scepter.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. But with the Magnus Blink RP, I think they have a lot of fight in them.
Get an Echo Saber now, also onto the Lifestealer. Is this going to be Infest Bomb?
Oh, if they could get the Magnus right, or the Invoker right here.
Yeah.
Woo,
Why
could
is he
be
not
huge.
infesting?
Treant Protector.
It's like he believes he needs the Infest to escape from the damage, maybe. Tree's going to stop this fight, goes for the Overgrowth. There goes your RP. They skewer back onto the Venomancer, and Invoker's the primary target. Exotic Deer goes from, they have the Sentry Ward down, hence the Vision was available. Originally there to protect the Treant Protector, but it ends up helping them to kill off the Invoker. Venomancer falls, Noya instantly after, and it's Danish Bears. They crumbled in game 1 around this period of time, playing around the Venomancer, and it seems to be happening again.
Radiant team's trying to build up some items. That Magnus Blink Dagger was so important, and they're snowballing off of it very quickly.
You can tell they haven't played with 747 for that long, though. The way that they're taking fights with with their mid player and last game too, it was just at the complete wrong times. Like, Invoker's really strong right now, but I think his strongest spell is still Sunstrike, and they could easily get pickoffs.
Especially with the Legion Commander.
Yeah, LC and Nyx Assassin. It's like a max Exort Sunstrike, 20 minutes into the game. That thing does 537 pure damage.
To be fair, Singularity are making the right plays, and no one's really staying isolated anymore. After, I guess, the initial top tier 1 push was successful, Singularity have been sticking together as like a buddy system, either 3 people together or 2 people together.
Exactly, and they don't have to actually fight right now. I think Invoker could cause a lot of problems for them for split pushing.
That's true.
If they want to fight.
Oh, Hesajo! Wait.
RP's down for right now.
That's, I just saw with the way he ran in there, I'm just like, okay, Treant Protector is gonna like just move in, but no.
What's the cooldown on RP?
RP, you're looking at 16 seconds. It's a little too long.
That's too late.
But they're close by. Where's the help?
Oh well.
They're not going for it.
The Venomancer.
Worried about Vision? Is there a Sentry Wards anywhere around here? Hester jumping forward, looking for Partos. Underneath the Shrine, Nisha may feel confident enough to try and fight this one. May have to trigger it. Venomancer Gale connecting on the 3 SNG heroes on the back line. Already the Magnus has fallen. A winner for Hester Joe. Running away. The Dragon tick damage isn't going to be enough, but Nisha, it will be enough on top of Noya. But they have to keep running. Hester Joe jumps forward. One Breathe Fire would be enough, but there's no mana. Maybe with a Tread Switch. Nope, starts his CP and gets the hell out.
Cold snap.
Too late.
Now they're doing all the swift maneuvers on Danish Bears. They're fighting in between the ultimate cooldowns. There's no rock, still no rock up. Magnus wanted to RP in the pit, but it wasn't up. They just need Duel and Vendetta, which are around a minute cooldowns. And they can play around Sunstrike.
Well, that's a nice find. Goodbye Observer Ward. Now there's only 1 remaining Observer Ward from the Dire side on the Radiant side of the river. And it's only just on the Radiant side. So a little bit dark on the map to try and hunt for Danish Bears. I suppose you do have a Nyx Assassin to solve that problem.
Yeah, and whichever team picks up Gem first, things are going to start changing very quickly.
Well, right now you've only got the Dust. Both the Magnus as well as the Nyx. And 4 Sentry Wards. That might do it. In fact, you got another 2 Sentry Wards on the Nyx Assassin as well, so they got 6 Sentry Wards currently in the inventory.
And that's the way to do it.
4 on Rise, 2 on Nyx. They'll smoke up quickly. No vision from Singularity to know this is happening. But they do have a small target, which could be the Treant Protector. And he backs off just before the smoke could potentially break.
Oh, the Courier.
Yeah, where's it going? It's going up with 2 Sentry Wards. Moves quickly, moves back down again, and welcome to Free Res! 2 viewers have received a prize for witnessing a Courier kill.
For smoke rotation, that's not that bad. It could have been a lot worse for Singularity.
No dual damage was given this minute.
They will most likely convert this into a top tier 2 push, and I don't know if Singularity care to defend it. Because even if they're forced up to their high ground, it's not that big of a deal. It's just that the map kind of shrinks for what Lifesteal's allowed to farm.
Oh, he has Dezo. He's actually very farmed now.
Yeah, once Empower got up and running, he's been definitely accelerating.
This is a tough fight to take. They actually don't have the Aegis on the Invoker, and Invoker could easily get RP'd and die early on in the fight.
With only 7 armor.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually want to defend this, but they are, I would say, in a decent position because of the positioning of the shrine. But then again, they did get rocked at their own bottom shrine. And no BKB yet on Dragon Knight.
Yeah, they should definitely. I'm glad that they let this go. And if they go for mid, top tier 3, then Singularity has to defend. But Danish Bears could go for another free mid tier 2, and I still don't think that Singularity will defend their mid.
Well, for now, defensive observer wards in their own jungle. So again, they don't have any vision here. They'll lose their sentry ward, so they know they can't get the Treant Protector into a good position.
It's time. Exotic Leader's not going to hop in, so maybe not time.
Yeah, I think they should let this go.
But again, he hasn't been hopping in anyway. Like, they haven't actually gone for the pop bombs. Exotic Deer keeps using his Infest whenever it gets hit by the Venomancer.
That's also
jumps inside a creep and pops out.
That's a good way to use it too. Dodge a lot of the Venomous scale damage and the Poison Nova, but then they might not kill people during RP.
Yeah. The danger zone when you're trying to work out, do I try and survive through the team fight of Danish Bears, or do I try and kill Danish Bears before the team fight begins?
Alright, so at this point, Danish Bears should probably back off. They got 2 towers for free with this Aegis. At this point, it's pretty clear that Singularity wants to do something to defend. You shouldn't give them a flank opportunity, and they're going to back off.
I'll see the Invoker thanks to the Meteorite. Dire actually scanning it, making sure there's no gank coming for 747, but he's actually not even going to stick around. Meteorite is just to get the momentum of the lane back again.
And Invoker's trying to shore up his armor, building up a Shiva's Guard.
7 armor against a fresh Desolator. Now he's got 17. That sounds a lot better odds. Nyx Assassin hasn't really found much. In fact, all of the kills have kind of dried up for Danish Bears. But overall, their farm is looking a hell of a lot better, pushing down these buildings. Still wondering how long it's going to take for Singularity to start using this, the smoke. That was their big playmaker every single time in game 1. They would smoke up, they'd go for these really, really effective ganks. They sentry, they dust, and then they smoke. Don't think that was the combination that Partos was really looking for.
I guess they were just, yeah, the dust and the sentry were...
Oh, Rise. Observer Ward up on top of the shrine, so at least they see it up there. Sentry Ward's a little bit off target, but oh, maybe not. Treant Protector has to go for the 3-man overgrowth. Support comes in, 2-man RP plus the rock. Duel come out from Legion Commander, but Fatal Bonds locking them all together. It's so much damage being pressed around all of the Danish Bears. It's up to Ace and Rise to try and turn this fight for themselves. Treant Protector cannot do much. Lifestealer, Ice Path up. He's got his Rage available. We'll pop it now into the open wounds on Rise, munching him down. Echo Saber goes to work, and then the TP out, going all the way home to regenerate. And doesn't want to screw up his armlet regeneration. He'll be fine. But a 4-for-3 trade-off. And Veno is still a huge issue.
If only that shrine were up.
Yeah, that was a fantastic fight for Radiant.
Did it only just come up after?
It just came up after, yeah. They would have loved to have it. They were all Fatal Bonded, just getting destroyed.
Was the Aegis claimed, or did it just expire?
It expired.
Yeah, so that was... you couldn't ask for a better fight from Singularity. Your core survived. The rest of your team did die, but you didn't even have to concern yourself with the Aegis. And it was not a clean initiation. Warlock got spotted out, but they didn't panic. Treant Protector kept on moving out, and unfortunately Magnus wasn't able to immediately follow up on the on the overgrowth with an RP. It was, I guess he was a little bit behind because Catscore was scouting up ahead, but still, you got everything you could ask for Singularity.
This is, again, what happened in game 1. I feel like we're having a rinse and repeat. Like, it feels like Danish Bears are a long way ahead, and then the fights came one after the other. It was always smoke, RP initiation, Warlock Rock and Fatal Bonds was causing a lot of problems for the bigger fights, which were more one-sided.
They have a much better mid for this sort of game, though. The Invoker's much more potent than the Faceless Void here.
He's finished his Shivas too.
Yeah, but you also have to keep in mind that Singularity have a lot of BKB builders, and none of them have really gone into it yet. And at that point, then Invoker starts kind of losing some efficacy.
He has rage though. I think Lifestealer is one of the better ones. Oh god.
Found their target. RP pulling him away. Lifestealer might survive this. They trigger the shrine. It won't be enough life, or maybe it will be. Tornado bought a little bit of time for the Magnus so he can empower, buff up the Dragon Knight, who's now beating him through with the Overgrowth. A quick Hurricane Pike down to the low ground. Ace has some distance here. But 747, Rise and Ace, they all want to turn around. Deafening Blast does some work. Leech Seed, level 2, ready to go once more. And Fatal Bonds, all three of them are connected together. They have to be careful how much damage they take now, Danish Bears. Ace will be pushed down onto the low ground. Warlock's trying to battle this one. He's got 6 seconds until Rock, but he will not survive that long. Trying to hide inside the tree line, it just doesn't work for him. With Plague Wards everywhere around the shrine, everyone's getting slowed and gunked up. They're sentry warding again. Now Ace, rooted, Exotic Deer. What do you want to do here? Treant Protector reveals himself, but he cannot survive. The Dual Breath plus the tick damage from Ace is enough to get a kill. Exotic Deer will get a revenge instantly on top of Rise and just TPs out with the end of his rage. This is scrappy.
That is the right term. Perfectly accurate.
These Venomancer Hordes are so irritating, and he's getting really close to 25, and I think that this is one of the best games possible for the 14% Poison Sting slow. Every single time DK is trying to find a target, then immediately, like, Invoker just ghost walks away. Legion Commander has all this move speed from overwhelming odds. There are 4 staffs galore. It's Kite City.
Every time we make that argument, the wards still get picked up.
I know, but, like...
Every time.
This game, like I said, like BKBs are going to be so useful on Singularity just to make sure that the Invoker doesn't become a problem, but you still have to deal with this Veno slow, and so one way or another, you're going to get kited.
I'm still curious though, like how they go high ground, and that's one of the other reasons why I think we've seen the ward levels come up so often. It's just because you need to have that extra tank ability to push into a high ground area, and the wards do provide that.
That's true, but Lifestealer is one of the best heroes to be able to deal with that, especially with this Echo Saber.
Oh, they just used the shrine again. Oh no. Singularity could take a fight up there. They have no idea that shrine was just used, but that could be their downfall again.
Crap tons of Plague Wards hoping for a fight. Sentry is down, so they see the obs. Is anyone close enough to get rid of it? Yep. Sunstrike from the Invoker, scouting Roshan. Fresh Solar Crest also coming in before this engagement.
Does no one have a gem yet?
Nope.
No.
There is not a single gem. There's dust on the Nyx. And observers and sentries in the backpack, in the, Treant Protector's stash.
Well, DK has a Blink Dagger. So, there are now multiple options for initiation. You don't have to spend your teamfight ultimate. You can kind of let the DK lead with the Lifestealer, and then once the enemy team kind of congregates around that, then you can find a good chaotic offering in RP.
Oh, Nish is looking for it. There's your RP, catching 2. They jump out. Invoker's still not dead. Press the attack, gets him out, and the Nova connects on 3. The Rock didn't do it anywhere near enough. Warlock's upheaval, also nothing. They'll spin him up into towards the air, but Macro Pyre burning down Singularity. Fatal Bonds is connected, but they cannot get enough damage out. Exotic Deer had to keep chasing the Invoker, isolating Nisha and allowing Ace to now finish him off. A BT onto the creep, deny it up quickly, Exotic Deer. So the BTs cannot complete from Ace. But it's still a 3-for-1 trade-off, and this opens up Roshan for taking. Or potentially more. No buybacks for all 3 of the Singularity dead heroes. And no RP.
You can't solo RP Invoker in this situation, especially when there is a hero like a Legion Commander that can immediately just free him. It was pretty obvious that Dire was in the vicinity because both teams know that Roche is up. You just saw them start to, I guess, fight for a lot of vision around that pit area. And so Invoker just barely showing himself, yeah, maybe you have enough burst damage to kill him, but it was optimistic at best.
I don't think he's playing it right though on the Magnus. I think if you blink RP towards your team and with the turn and then you skewer away, there's no way that the LC can react in time.
If he had skewered the Invoker, that would have been definitely perfect.
I think that's one of the benefits of having Magnus is that he can do that. He can just like, not only can he stun lock a team, you can bring them just like so incredibly out of position that there's no hope of saving him. But free Aegis Invoker this time?
Yeah. Invoker this time, cheese to ace, and you just got a fresh Arcane Rune on 747.
Yeah, with the BKB up soon on Invoker, he should not really die in the last fight. He got a little bit greedy, popped out, and then Lifesteal just chomped him down.
Alright, so for the next fight for Singularity, you're looking for better initiation or skewer control from Patos.
They also just
Primary
need some
thing.
way to deal with the Venom ulti. They don't have a pipe yet this game. They're all just...
Still don't have one?
Nope.
Yeah, DK has only been sitting on the hood, hasn't completed it out yet.
And he's actually going for Assault Cuirass next. So they're not actually going to complete the pipe.
Yeah, the attitude that Singularity are taking is the best defense is a strong offense.
Oh, DK's going in for an offense right now. Jump forward, press the attack, breaks him free, Rise. Gonna have the speed to flap himself away. Tree Protector. Whoa. It's this Sentry Ward just a little bit further south, and I realize something is amiss. You know, Warlock dead. Looks like 747 was able to find him. He's a long way up on the bottom lane.
I think it is time to buy gem, though. Both teams not having gem just makes these fights so much more difficult than they need to be.
Yeah.
Well, for now, who's actually got the money for it? Venomancer can get one, so can Noya. Warlock has enough.
LC can buy one as well. LC already has Halberd, so that's a huge problem for Lifesteal, because he's their main source of damage. DK just keeps getting kited.
Yeah, these fights last for so long that even if Singularity do get the initiation and Lifestealer comes in raged, then by the time rage wears off, Legion Commander will almost certainly still be alive unless she gets RP'd, and so Halberd will come out, and oftentimes it feels like Singularity is being able to win the tail end of fights, but that won't be the case if he's disarmed.
Mr. TP's back. Train Protector comes in. A 5-on-5 fight. This is the testing moment for Danish Bears. They cannot get caught out by RPs. They put the cheese Venomancer on the front line. Upheaval, making it difficult just to move back and forward. They're centering and realize there's so much vision there, but Blink, Skewer, this time, Force Staff gonna bring the Venomancer back into relative safety. The tier 3 tower has already gone down, so they're happy to keep fighting this one. And no Skewer for 14 seconds. They haven't got that repositioner, and you can see Hester Joe waiting on the back line. He knows what he needs to do, just press the attack, whoever gets controlled. Melee racks will fall with no real contest. They just couldn't drag back any further, that Venomancer.
This Alacrity Siege Creep is destroying them. I think that's so much damage.
Yeah.
Plus 115
Yeah.
on top of the basic 40.
It's like 4 catapults, and then 4 catapults with attack speed.
That was a very clean siege by Danish Bears. I mean, Ace isn't even the one with the Aegis, but he felt absolutely confident. The Plague Wards are so irritating for all these raiding heroes that they have to spend time killing it, and that means that you're spending time not positioning yourself ready to make a move on a skewer play, which the skewer was nice. Unfortunately, did not push the Venomancer past the racks. He got caught right behind it, and his team is doing such a good job of protecting the Venomancer.
Got another Blink Dagger. This one for the Invoker. Wait for the Aegis Immortal to potentially time out. Which, one more minute.
Yeah, I think that's their timing a hit.
For Singularity to fight? Like, wait a minute.
I think they have to fight when the Aegis is down. In between that and the next Aegis spawn. I think if Danish Bears get the next Aegis is over, they've already broken one set of Rex, and then Veno is already 25 with a 3x Plague Ward. So
Of course.
there's, I just don't foresee them holding. Even with a really big RP, only if the LC gets RP'd, which he has not been at all in these fights, I think will Singularity win a fight, or if they catch him by surprise here. So how much longer left on the Aegis? They
10
have like
seconds,
15.
15.
10, 15 seconds left. So right about now would be the good time to smoke and then move out. Otherwise, I think they're just asking to just get slow siege inside their base and just lose, which is kind of ironic because his effigy says, "At least I tried."
Oh, that's right. They changed the hotkey in this on this one. Damn it.
So now they're just claiming the high ground. They know that they don't really need to make a move right now. Their siege is very effective. They just need the items to back it up, just in case things go awry. And if they don't have like refresher on Magnus and refresher on Warlock, there's not really anything stopping them.
DK, you're a little bit far up. Has all of his mana burnt. Wasn't that much to speak of at the start with only 615.
So slow siege a little bit with Alacrity. Have wards around the perimeter. Look how many wards Ace has placed down. Just all along the cliff line to prevent a wraparound from the right side. So they're just slowly quelling any sort of opportunity that they have. And then they'll just get some damage on the tower. But Tree's going to make that a lot harder.
Yeah, Tree's able to regenerate that up quite nicely. For the moment.
I think they just need to kill Invoker right now. He does have buyback and a BOT, but it's still risky for him to buy back right now if he dies.
Can't even force these lanes out. At the bottom lane, they're losing their Shrine. They just smoked in range of the creep wave, I'm fairly certain too. So you know a fight is coming, but with the sentry wards down, the plague wards all around, Danish Bears have this wonderful fortification here. And they are the upgraded Plague Wards. RP catches two, has to force staff to skewer back in again, trying to find Ace. It doesn't work. The Impel will connect, so will the Ice Blast. The Rock is nice. The Fatal Bond connection is also not bad. But with the RP being whiffed like that,
he didn't get the turn RP either. Yeah. Like he's just not as fast as other Magnuses with his execution on that. You have to Blake turn RP immediate scooter back, else he has way too much time to react to these moves.
They're committing Frost Dragon too. Blink, skewer, no! So slow on the turn to get the skewer back that it actually had time for Hestios to blink away to safety. DK caught once again, and now the Ice Dragon is on fire. BKB will protect him for the moment. Fatal Bonds has once again connected up Danish Bears, but it doesn't really matter when the Macropie gives them such great cover fire and these never-ending solid wards. The duel is out. The low DK will fall. He's got buyback available. May as well use it because this is the game right now. If they end up losing this fight, it's highly likely they lose the entire game and force us into a third. They've already lost to Magnus. In fact, they're losing everything. You can buy back, but you'll all just eventually die. GG is the call. Danish Bears will take game 2 and will actually hit a game 3 in this winners bracket first final for the European region.
Pretty underwhelming for Singularity, given their first game. I think their support duo just didn't really do anything, whereas you had the tri-lane mid. If you have a tri-lane mid, your supports need to do something. Either get level 6